From the moment of his conversion, St. Francis of Assisi spent his life answering God's call to bring love and mercy to the poor, the outcast, and the abandoned. 800 years later, the Capuchin Franciscans still embrace that timeless call, going where few others dare, being messengers of God's mercy and brothers to the downtrodden and forgotten. In the 1860s, that call brought Capuchins to the United States to serve the country's exploding population of immigrants. When a large group of German-speaking immigrants settled on the unbroken sod of Kansas, Capuchins followed. These immigrants struggled to make a home in a land whose customs and language were unknown to them, and where they lacked even the comfort of religion, since a priest would come around maybe once a month. Like the people they served, the friars arrived with few possessions, but working alongside the immigrants, they built churches, schools, and a better future for all. From this foothold in the West, the Capuchins spread into western Kansas to serve the immigrant farm communities there. Eventually they spread east to Kansas City and then to Lawrence, where they still have a significant presence today. But the timeless call drew the Capuchins beyond Kansas to Colorado. 50 years ago, the Bishop of Denver was searching for a religious community to care for Annunciation Parish, located in one of the poorest and most dangerous neighborhoods of Denver at that time. Divine Providence provided a matchmaker in the person of Mr. Jerry Roth.
Somebody asked Dad, "Jerry, do you know of any religious orders that might be willing to come to Annunciation Parish?" My understanding is that there was not a diocesan priest that would take the assignment. Dad, of course, growing up with the Capuchins, mentioned the Capuchins. He was heavily influenced by the Capuchin friars as a young man, serving Mass. They were the pastors and ministered at his parish, the beautiful minor Basilica of the Plains in Victoria. So very strong, faith-filled family.
Most recently, the timeless call took them south to San Antonio, Texas.
Yes, in responding to our call, we've had 3 great wins coming to San Antonio, Texas. Besides the obvious advantages of the training at the Oblate School of Theology, we've also been able to attract a good number of vocations from the area. 3 of the postulants this year come from that great state of Texas. And we've also had the opportunity to increase our ministerial outreach at Our Lady of Angels Friary.
The reasons for going to these places varied, and each of their ministries was unique. But the common thread running through all of them was the friars' desire to answer the timeless call to serve Christ in our suffering brothers and sisters.